Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds, where last time it seems as though Spacer's Choice was up to no good. I'm still not entirely sure whether their no good actually is them creating all Marauders that have kind of gone around the entire system, or creating just the Marauders on the asteroid. All Marauders would bring them closer to the plot of the movie Serenity and the Reavers. Most on on the asteroid still would be problematic. Either way, they seem to be the creators of their own problems, and it's up to us to see if we could figure out what on earth is going on here. And I believe the farther upstairs I'm going, the closer I'm going to be getting to whatever experiments went wrong, because that was essentially the area of this building which investors are not allowed to actually go in. Clearly, the fact that there are still both Marauders and dead scientists... Oh, nope, that was just also Marauder. Never mind. Either way, this place was abandoned pretty... Why are there dead Marauders? I haven't been through here. Or is this indicative of a fight between the Sentries and the Marauders?
Make him regret it.
Oh, hello.
Fight me.
And this is basically just there to say that it was a fierce fight, and there were losses on both sides of the war between Marauder and Automation. OCI's Cerebral Committee Minutes. The meeting began with a traditional recitation of a passage from the Spacer's Choice user manual, followed by a regulation roll call. Every member of the Cerebral Committee was present. A recitation of a passage from the Spacer's Choice user manual. It's like the worship of their own company information. A motion to implement the revised guidelines on linguistic cleanliness and company-approved language was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. A motion to award Mariam Kumara and Lawrence Goodfellow with commendations on their permanent record was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. A motion to file a demerit on the permanent records of Dr. Jasper Law and Dr. Marion Blakesley was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. A motion to redact any record of derelict employees, missing employees, employee desertion, or incidents of workplace violence from official company documents was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. A motion to dismiss the meeting early was brought to the table by Lawrence Goodfellow in the spirit of conviviality and good humor. The motion was likewise passed unanimously. The Cerebral Committee adjourned for 0G and cigarettes. I'm glad they accomplished so much. Yeah, hold on. It's a perfecto. And I see some of them, at the very least, left their cigarettes behind. But yeah, there is a very constant theme in this game of corporations creating a product that they know specifically harms people, and then saying, you know, what if we just change the advertising a little bit? Like, we don't have to change the whole product, do we? sure this toothpaste that will make you not want to eat as much will cause blindness.
Shoot. This place got me feeling like I might dirty it up just by looking at it.
Parvati, you just walked through, like, ruins in order to get here. You are high class in relation to this place. Everybody is high class. Yeah. Although, to be fair, everybody's high class in relation to Spacer's Choice. Because they're not the first choice. They're the Spacer's Choice. The secretary to Mr. Goodfellow. Herbie, take a memo. Actually, hang on. Let me get a cigarette. Alright, take a memo. I want to personally walk down to HIA and wrap my hands around the necks of every single law-forsaken excuse for a researcher whose indenturement contracts we were stupid enough to sign. Who signed those anyway? Were they drunk at the time? Why are we hiring researchers who can't deliver the test results we want? Am I crazy? Is this an unreasonable expectation? Is supply and demand a foreign concept to these people? When I request a 0G brew, I expect a moderately cold glass of something reasonably alcoholic in my hand, slapped with a Spacer's Choice brand. When I request test results, I expect to see scientifically proven, medically verified evidence that adrenotime is a miracle drug. I didn't ask for a long list of dangerous side effects. I asked for adjectives. I can't turn high rate of violent confusion into marketing copy, Herbie. What in law's name am I supposed to do with side effects include paranoia and suicide? HIA just screwed us with our pants on. The Cerebral Committee's losing their collective mind. Now I need to go pat them all on the shoulder and wipe away their sad little tears and tell them everything's going to be all right. Why are you still typing? Don't put that down. I was just rambling. What was I saying just like 2 minutes ago by, like, they don't care about the product or its side effects as long as they can advertise it? Thank you, Spacer's Choice, for immediately proving me correct. Herbie, take a memo. I'm getting real sick of Clarence Mostly. Remind me again why we brought him on the project. He's not part of the Spacer's Choice family. He's never been a part of the Spacer's Choice family. The Mostleys, what do they do again? Oh yeah, they peddle furniture. I'm a manager at Halcyon's most recognizable brand name in affordable goods and services. I don't need management advice from some guy whose family designed my footstools. Actuaries should stick to actuarial work. Don't go advising me to turn the screw on Jasper Law on those lab coats at Chem. I know what I'm doing. Hang on, I need a cigarette. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, take a memo. We need to turn the screw on Jasper Law on those lab coats at Chem. I want you to draft an official order. Tell Chem, hang on, let me think. Yeah, tell Chem they need to fire 1 in 10 researchers, and that we're slashing their deadlines in half. It's a Roman solution. We could learn a lot from them. The Romans? They pretty much invented discipline. Okay. What a hack. For sake. All our quarterly reports, all of them, gone. Hard copies, terminal data, it's all gone. What kind of sick, degenerate mind destroys quarterly reports? We've got a surprise audit scheduled. What am I supposed to show the auditors? I need to send a message down to the receptionist. No auditors allowed, and I need to talk to the committee immediately. Why are you typing, Irby? I didn't ask you to take a fucking memo. Delete this. Hey, are you listening? Okay. Clearly they're having some problems in Spacer's Choice. And I suppose it is a problem of management. That door is sealed. Should I sell stuff? No, I'll sell stuff later. I do have an inventory to organize, but I'm not quite at the point in which it's become a problem. Like, I've got, what, 147 out of 330. Oh, hold on. Flurry. Heavy weapons. Looks fairly decent. 404, though? Is that? Not quite as good as the light assault rifle. 121 damage, 128 damage. So probably has lower rate of fire. Oh, here we go. The longer it rages on, the faster this weapon will bury your foes. Ellie. Parvati? Here, why not you try it out? Yeah. No, pick up big cartridges. And this hat. Somebody was collecting ammo for a rainy day. What does the hat do? Oh, increases your determination. A fancy fedora. Fine and dandy, even. Alright, we've ignored this terminal for long enough. Unlock Synthesis and Manufacturing Center. Synthesis and Manufacturing Center placed on emergency lockdown. Override lockdown? Alert, executive lockdown must be overwritten at ChemLab. Human inquiry nodding. I'm not smart enough to do the deleted messages. Actually, hold on, what is...
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about. You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here.
I see this person has a fancy hat. Who the hell are you? Whatever this is about, I don't respond to threats. If you're about to issue a dire warning, you can eat it. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I understand that you think yourself a big hero here on a big, important job. The last one did too. But you've grossly misapprehended the situation here. This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot.
That's the best argument you've got? Don't?
Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders.
There we go. Yep.
We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris.
I think I might have just been overthinking that, the idea that marauders...
Sense? How could marauders get to Edgewater from all the way out here?
But marauders are just mindless lunatics, right? There can't be more to it than that.
They hold no
Yes, they've always been mindless
I've placed
lunatics.
the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Looks like there's more to this job than I thought. What do they mean? How do you create marauders? We were hired to find a journal. Marauders aren't our problem. What do they mean? How do you create marauders?
Mr. Thompson used to say marauders are just folks whose spirits have been weakened by charity and laziness. You mean that wasn't true?
That doesn't even
I always
sound
figured they were
true.
townies who spend too long on the factory line. Guess there's
That
more to
also
it.
doesn't sound true. Doesn't change what we're here to do. We need that journal. Oh yeah, I was gonna check whether what my hacking was at. and whether I could do something to bump that up. It is at 65. I do not have anything that's going to bump it up that high. Seize all records. Bring them to me immediately. And for fuck's sake, don't let the journalists off the fucking asteroid. You think you can hide from me, you little twerp? I know a serum that will make you feel as if you've lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours. How would you like to spend the night in waste processing? Ambrose does not seem very good. Change the fucking name, Lawrence. I don't care if the inbred simpletons at headquarters were just having a laugh. Customers don't know what it means. You may choose from the list of acceptable alternatives. Absorbitol, Calotamax, Binditron, and Midicin. Cheers, Ollie. If you're receiving this message, I'm currently unavailable. In my absence, I've instructed my secretary, Herbert Harrell, to reply to any incoming messages with this pre-approved message. Pre-approved response. Vicariously, Lawrence. Dear Ambrose, great timing. I was just sending Herbie over to your department with a preliminary production schedule. As with so much work we do at the OCI, the design of the production schedule is more of an art than a science. The timetables and milestones are less contractual obligation and more aspirational cartography. Wow. That is one way to say that deadlines don't matter. Let's see. Mr. Lawrence Goodfellow, many of you are familiar with Odeon Pictures, Byzantium's premier purveyor of aetherwave drama and drama-adjacent entertainment. Several of my personal associates at Odeon Pictures have launched a satellite studio called Pictureless Pictures, which emphasizes radio programs and serials intended to excite the senses and palpitate the glands. I've received a request to approve a radio documentary program examining the lives and contributions of Spacer's Choice scientists operating on Gorgon. The name of this documentary is Moments with Genius. I do not approve of the superfluous exclamation point, but I approve of the general idea. Please inform the other managers. Lawfully, Mr. Clarence Mosley. Approved. Next time allow me to make this kind of an announcement myself, Mr. Mosley. Hierarchy exists for a reason. I have a feeling that's what the journalist that is being referred to. And I also have a feeling that Mr. Mosley may not have been completely honest in getting that journalist to this planet. But I suppose that's essentially the business here, is how do you present yourself? Purple berry shake. Rum and something. Who knows what the other something is? It might be rum. And a little bit else. Oh yeah. For some reason I thought this was going to unlock something else. Other than just the... I thought this was the elevator, but it is not.
Now that someone's telling us not to go digging, I kind of want to go digging.
Yeah, I would imagine Ellie has that
proper mystery
attitude. Oh, this is outside again.
I think this comms tower is going to lead us to someone with answers, or more warnings and riddles.
More warnings and riddles.
Screen ain't waiting for us. I'm about ready to jump out of my skin as it is.
He's not that
I'm hoping
spooky.
This leads us to someone we can talk with face to face, or punch if it comes to that.
If you believe in dreams and such, anything is possible. Have I been here before? No, I have not. But I have been to where the comms tower is. But I cannot fast travel while near hostiles, so let us clear these hostiles out. And you...
Everyone all right?
Excellent. Though I suppose while we're here, let's check out this prefab housing. For secrets, not sprats. That sprat wasn't harming anybody, I suppose. The other sprats that I killed, they were harming everyone. Yeah, and considering the proliferation of adrenatime, not only was this irresponsible experimentation, they had also released the product before they had solved its side effects, so... To the coworker who finds this, given you're reading this, I'm likely dead. I'm very sorry about that. I'm also sorry Spacer's Choice had to send someone else to finish my assignment. As of this moment I'm writing this, Charles Novak still possesses the express mail delivery prototype. I believe he's gone entirely mad, as he has abandoned his apartment and taken up with a group of marauders not far from here. Charles no longer recognizes me. He can't even recognize the Spacer's Choice jingle. When I sang it for him, he tried to coax him into a calmer state. He shot me in the arm. If you're here to retrieve the prototype, here's what you should know. The prototype remains intact. The prototype has been modified to simultaneously fire multiple projectiles, and the original package housing chamber appears to have been replaced with an explosive payload. Please know that I did not sanction these modifications, nor do I approve of setting fire to company correspondence. Charles' depravity knows no bounds. The original prototype was only intended to deliver packages more quickly, nothing more, and I'd sooner die than see it used for violence. To that end, I'm going to try and recover the prototype from Charles. Should I fail, please remember me fondly despite my incompetence. Faithfully, Diane Shoot. Alright. Diane, I guess I'll try to remember you for at least a minute. That's sometimes more than I remember any plot that is presented to me. Also, did that actually come up as a quest? No it did not. So, hopefully I actually do remember that. Or I'll just wander over to some marauders, shoot it up, and then be like, oh, they're carrying a fancy gun. How did they get a hold of a fancy gun? Defusing a bomb, moving explosive ordnance, dodging enemy grenades, armored ballistics ordnance control armor is your best bet to make it through the day. Alas, I think that actually might be better than my super sweet suit there. Which is a 53. This is a 54, but then it hasn't been repaired. So, maybe if I repaired... that's in pristine quality. I guess I'll keep the super sweet suit, as that is an excellent suit. And it raises my dialogue skills. Wipe your feet. On the welcome mat? Wipe, 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 wipe. Okay. Does this person have any interesting stuff? Or do they just have inventory?
I'll keep it down.
Yeah. Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and the Plague of Mantimen. Okay, so basically just inventory, which is fine, I suppose. And whatever this is.
Dr. Ambrose, tell me about adrenotime. What does it do?
Hasn't Clarence already dumped a pile of promotional materials on your head?
Where's the fun in that? My listeners want to hear it in your own words.
It's an injectable drug that improves a patient's speed, awareness, mental acuity, and endurance. In moderation, adrenotime will uplift the laboring classes
In
by
moderation.
strengthening their minds and work ethic.
That's quite the mission. What's driving this vision of uplift?
I am a solutions-oriented woman. I see a problem and I am moved to solve it. Poverty is one such problem. Through science, I believe we can improve the poor, and in so doing, improve Halcyon.
That's the problem with poverty. It's not, jeez. The way to solve poverty is by giving the poor drugs. Oh, jeez. This is... Although I suppose this is still kind of fitting in with the types of people who are in this world. Because, like, the scientist feels that they can only solve all of the problems with science. The advertiser says they can solve all of the problems with advertisement. There is no question as, well, what if you can do it in another manner that is unrelated to your specific skill set? What if the thing that you're trying to solve is not exactly a problem with science, but a problem with culture? And the scientist says, no, let us give the poor drugs. That is what is going to solve the problem. If only they had more drugs. Ooh, my. Of all the body parts to protect, your cranium is the top two. The Hephaestus helmet would prevent any dread to your head. In a cataclast armor, the revolution has begun, so wear this heavy construction gear from Hephaestus and survive the worst dissident attacks. Okay, let us fast travel over to the other ruins, 'cause we can. Oh yeah, there was this, Nope, big old shield was in a different area. That shield was over by the crashed ship. And that was the one that I couldn't figure out my way around. Locate facility staff. Mostly Clarence. Clarence mostly. Location Byzantium Musgrave Collection. I'm not entirely sure what that means. But it looks like I'm gonna have to leave this planet and then come back.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Oh, alright. I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through.
Captain, imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
If I found the journal, I would go to you, not leave the asteroid for somewhere else. Not yet. Your mother's office has been sealed tight.
Too bad. But on the bright side, you've outdone my old freelancer. I don't think you made it very far at all. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization and layers of it.
Let's see. I don't suppose your mother left you any passwords or mysterious keycards?
No. I think you're going to have to rely on good old-fashioned detective work. It's a good thing you have keen senses, a reliable ship, and a very wealthy sponsor.
Are you Does that mean you'll give me advance on my payment?
No, but I'm overjoyed that you had the courage to ask for one. You should always expect more from your employer. I seem
But
to
not get
recall
it.
that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same.
Did you know that Gorgon was developing adrenatime?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working
Adrenatime. I guess that's the,
like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Were you aware that adrenatime created Marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could
Of
make
course,
marauders
that's how
on
you would
people.
advertise it. You
That's
just
it.
fill the fine
That
print
must be
with
it.
morbid
Spacer's
warnings.
Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend, a drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Could one drug really do all that?
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
I'm heading out. You really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
I'll keep that in mind. Be seeing you, Minnie.
Ta!
Alright. Let's get off this ship. Alright. Let us see if we can find Clarence Mostly. Apparently he's going to be in this art collection. I don't know if he is on collection or if he just happens to be living here or running the place. It's hard to tell. I also kind of wonder whether this quest title is a little bit significant in regards to the expectation of what's going on inside the building, or at the very least, what Clarence Mostly is going to say about the product. The idea that...
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress.
Yeah, never mind. It's just, it could also be like a play on words for, like, Clarence Mostly is mostly harmless.
Are you wearing a Jolliker original? I'm impressed. I wouldn't bring a Jolliker anywhere near a Canid. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior.
That sounds extremely
This greeting
suspicious.
constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
That sounds more suspicious. Hold on, I didn't agree to anything.
Then you should have told me that before I greeted you. Defaulting on a verbal agreement is a punishable offense. Now then, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Clarence Mostly.
Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Why? What's with all this secrecy? This place isn't exactly hard to find.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah, prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
You said this place was supposed to be an art gallery. What happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
I thought you were into breaking the rules. Sure you can. I already agreed to your stupid confidentially clause. I thought you were into breaking rules.
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
Lost? Stolen? Boring? Lost?
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
Excuse me. So basically, oh, I can just... This isn't stealing. I'm not stealing, ma'am. I'm just confiscating these items.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
Huh.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Tida Coatsworth? You look pretty awesome.
Not now, please. I'm a little too busy, you know, being the master of ceremonies.
You are not awesome. Ah, Clarence Mostly. I've been looking for you, maybe. And that pocket watch. Alright, let us save our game. Because it's been a little while. And give this man a talking to.
You there, sauntering about in a Jolliker original. Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
There's just the one. Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about canid shows.
Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
You must be popular at parties.
Oh, goodness, no. Not at all. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
That name sounds familiar. Mostly Fine Furniture Company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
You want to keep living in the moment? Show me how to lift the emergency lockdown.
I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me.
No problem.
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
I just told you that I would kill you. I was hired to find a journal, something horrible. Project Gorgon created marauders. You can't just walk away from that.
Yes, the birthplace of the marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake.
Continuing Project Gorgon was our second mistake.
While it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
I'm just trying to uncover the truth. Help me do the right thing. There has to be a way to fix this. Now your chance to clear your conscience. Nobody has to know you're involved. There has to be a way to fix this. Now's your chance to clear your conscience.
Please. There's no need to insult me by implying I have a conscience. It's my reputation that concerns me. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
I'm pretty sure the Canid Review is already over.
Yes, but the winner is still in deliberation. Committee won't deliver a result for another 6 to 8 weeks. Bureaucracy. The trophy's being held in a vault at the other end of this hall. Find a way inside, disable any security, lift, carry, deliver. Simple as that.
What's so important about a trophy?
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
See, the hair is on paper is way faster than the tortoise. So he already won. That might be the most Byzantium thing I've heard.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
I suppose. I'll be back with the trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
Alright, wait here. Tilda Coatsworth. Before I head into the maintenance tunnels, let's press X to talk.
Goodness.
Everybody's
Is
really
that a
impressed by my
Jellicoe
Jellicoe original.
If you wanted to show off, you're a little late for the Canid Review.
Especially
Most
since
things are close to
Jellicoe
the
is dead.
Canids. You don't want their bladder issues all over your suit.
Are you wearing a Jellicoe original? No? Then don't tell me what to do.
Fair enough, friend. Fair enough. I understand the rules of social engagement just as well as you.
You're all degenerates? That's a nice looking trophy you've got there.
Why, thank you. It's custom made for our Canid review, which ended a few days ago. The Judiciary Committee is still deliberating.
Is this
over
a
the winner.
race? Is this a talent
8 to
show?
10
It's hard to
short weeks
tell.
We'll have the name of a winner. Probably. That gives us 8 to 10 weeks to file a maintenance request. Our technician barred the vault door and then disappeared without a trace. Can you believe that?
What was your technician doing in the vault?
The Musgrave Vault contracted a security consultant from UDL. They sent a technician to install a few security upgrades, anti-dissident automechanicals and the like. That technician barred the vault, but neglected to leave us with a way in from here. He wasn't seen leaving the security room, so I can't imagine where he's gone off to.
Isn't there another way into the trophy room? What about the maintenance tunnels?
The tunnels are guarded by automechanical security. I don't look nearly boorish enough to resemble a UDL guard, so they'd probably shoot me on sight. In any case, I'd rather not step foot in the tunnels. The tunnels are for disposing of unwanted refuse, and no place for a respectable Byzantine.
I can find a way in the vault for you. You won't have to dirty your hands.
Your eagerness to serve your betters is commendable. Here's a keycard. It should help you get around inside the tunnels. Now, was there anything else? I'd like to get back to mastering over the ceremonies, or people might question why I have this role at all.
I'll be on my way.
It's not canid hunting I object to, it's the impropriety.
Since when do you care?
Can I talk to this bartender?
Welcome. This unit has been programmed.
Yes, I can. And I can repair stuff. Okay. So I will figure out my inventory, sell all the stuff I don't need. In the meantime, though, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.